What's up, dog? What's up, you guys? Let's talk real quick. I'm not gonna be long. Learn to afford the things you want out of life. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about learn to afford the things that you want out of life and stop trying to bring everything down to your pay scale. That's what we're gonna talk about today. Because many people are not many people don't understand the concept of going to go get it. And I was just having this dialogue with on a thread of one of my Facebook friends. What's up, Rob? What's up, Robert? Be ready today. So here's the deal, right? I think that some of you guys don't understand or know how the real estate market work. Okay? And I just want to educate you guys a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm passionate about it. So I'm going to get probably a little bit riled up, and I'm not going to be long. But I want you guys to understand how money work. Not money, how the housing market work. Okay? All right. So we all know I'm located down here in sunny South Florida. There's palm trees. There's nice weather. There's boats. It doesn't really get cold. You know, it doesn't get cold at all. You pretty much got summer all year. This is the market for yachts, boats, high rises, fast cars, nightlife, things like that. Okay? You have to learn to afford the things that you want. All right? Now, when it comes to this, not just Miami, this is the housing market, period. It's the reason why New York real estate is some of the highest real estate in the world. Los Angeles, Silicon Valley. Miami is up there. Miami is extremely high with rent. Okay? That's because of the location. That's because it's a lifestyle city. People pay to vacation here. Anytime you vacation somewhere, it's usually more expensive because you attract tourists. The thing is, I think with most people, you have to learn to get on the other side of the coin. You got to learn to get on the other side. I'm a landlord. I own a bunch of property. I never say it's too high. You would never hear me say rent too high. I won't never say that because I'm busy collecting it. I understood that game a long time ago. A long time ago, I understood that because I got tired. I too once complained, man, that shit high as hell over there. When the market is priced for rent, it's not just the house, it's not just the condo, the apartment, the townhouse. It is where it's located. Where is the property located at? Okay? It's a reason why when you go to certain neighborhoods, you got $1 million houses, and then sometimes you will have this this house that just look like a regular single family house. It's just sitting there on the same street. And if you go on Zillow, I recommend you guys download Zillow. Download Zillow to your app. To your apps, because if you're trying to be an investor, you gotta have real estate apps on your phone. So when you go to Zillow, click the little triangle, little arrow, little thing to locate where you are and see how much your houses are. You will have a house that's 5 million, 7 million, and then you have this regular ass single family home that look like it doesn't belong in the community, but because where it's located, it is also a $1 million property also. That is the way the housing market works. The same thing with rent. If you're renting a place, what's located around there? The amenities. How far is the highway? What's around it? Is it McDonald's? Is it restaurants? Oh, the stadium is over there. Oh, the shopping center. You pay for the conveniency of real estate. You paying for the conveniency. Everybody know you could get a bigger and better fucking house in Texas. Who doesn't know that? You could go over there and probably get a house for $200,000 that look like a fucking mansion. But I always ask people, where is that property located? Is it on the outskirts? Is it on the outskirts? Where's your job? If your job is around the corner, then you're winning. But for the most part, in a lot of the country part, say when I meant country, because you know Miami is city. So it's more of a city life. You got to drive an hour to work. You got to drive your kids 45 minutes to school. You're paying, so now you're paying for gas. When you talk, I think people underestimate gas. Calculate your gas and how far you drive when you drive. $50 here, right now, gas is really sweet. It's really sweet right now. But for the most part, if you're filling up your tank, factor that shit in. How far is it? Oh, it's going to get your groceries and all the other stuff. Every time you got to travel. Real estate is based on the location. Anytime you hear it, real estate agents even know. I'm not an agent. I'm an investor. But I know what they know. I have to know what real estate agents know because I invest in real estate. I'm the one that put up the money. It's location, 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 location. That has always been real estate and always will be real estate. Listen, when it comes to new construction, okay? New construction houses. When something is newly built, no matter where it's at, it's always going to be more than the existing homes because people pay more for new. People pay more for conveniency. When they know it's new, they know it's under warranty, they don't have to pay for anything, they're willing to pay more for it. How you expect to have some shit newly built, but you want it the same exact price as a motherfucker that had his house or had this place for 30 years next door? It doesn't make any sense. Learn to get on the other side of it. You know what I think? One thing I love about Miami, and I love my city. I stay on the outskirts of Miami now. But the one thing I love about living in South Florida in general, South Florida will make your ass work and hustle hard. South Florida will make you work and hustle hard because there's somebody and always somebody doing better than you. They got driving a better car, living in a bigger house. And that's not saying all that stuff matters because there's no competition. There's no competition. But one thing about Miami, you got to go get what you want out here. Some of y'all have the mindset of you're trying to bring every single fucking price down to your comfort level. If it ain't in your budget of $1,200, you don't want to fucking buy it. No matter how nice it is. Learn to step up your hustle. Afford the things that you want. That's when hustle, that's when ambition, that's where drive come in at. What do you want? Anything that you want nice out of life, you got to go get it. Because they damn sure ain't bringing it down to your price. If you want something nice, you got to go get it. Point blank, period. When it's a newly built house, I don't expect it to probably be at the price that I want. I expect it to be more. It's something called negotiations. You can always negotiate. You can negotiate the terms. You can negotiate the price. But for the most part, you got to pay for what you want. You can't expect a newly constructed community or house to be within your budget. Sometimes you got to afford the things you want. How bad do you want it? Do you really want your kids to stay in a place nice? Do you really want your kids to stay in a nice community? Some of the most nice places, and there's more money, maybe have a gated community. They have security. It's a loving neighborhood. The kids can play outside. All that stuff there. There's different things for different people. And another thing too, y'all gotta understand, I'm gonna be down to one of the Airbnbs today at the condos today. I'll go live again. This is why when I go to certain apartments and go to certain condos and I got my Airbnbs in certain places, I don't see people that look like us. You know why? Because we ain't thinking to pay, or you know what, I don't want them to pay $3,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $2,500 a month for my safety, for my kids. It's a better community. It's a better vibe. It's a better culture. Some of y'all complain about living in the hood, but you can't afford to move out. Step up your hustle. The one thing I know about us and I love about us, we some motherfucking hustlers. We afford the things that we want, but sometimes we'll compromise our living to do it. I'm not willing to compromise my fucking living. I'm not willing to compromise my living. That's my sanity. I like to know that my kids are safe. I like to know we live in a gated community. I like to know that everybody can't pull up in here or come see me or do whatever it is they need to do. Nah, I love it. And I'm willing to pay for peace. And that's what you got to understand. There's a certain cost to living in certain places in certain. Another thing is, too, that we have to understand this. Sometimes, instead of saying, where y'all working at or what jobs y'all got, sometimes you can't afford the things that you want because you still working that bullshit ass job. How about that? Why don't nobody say that? Why not say, you know what, man? I need to live in this community and I'm willing to switch jobs for it. I want a fucking promotion. I want a raise. I'm going to start that side business. I'm going to get me a side hustle. Maybe I have to quit this job to afford the things that I want. Sometimes, if your job can't help you afford the things and the luxuries that you want out of life, especially your living, it's time for you to leave that shit. Y'all got to know how to step up your motherfucking hustle, man. Y'all got to know how to step up your hustle. Some of y'all work these bullshit ass jobs just because you make $50,000, $60,000 a year at your job doesn't mean it's not a bullshit ass job. Let me explain to you what a bullshit ass job is. A bullshit ass job is a job that you can't get overtime at. They ain't allowing you to get no overtime. They ain't allowing you to pick up extra shifts. When it come time raise, they giving you a 20-cent raise, a 30-cent raise, a 50-cent raise. And they telling you to be grateful. That's a bullshit ass job. One thing about me, I don't give a fuck how long I was at a job. I left a job I was at 9 years to live the life I want to live now. You know why? Because I felt like that job was compromising the way I want to live. Some people call it, you want to live outside your means. You motherfucking right I'm living outside my goddamn means, motherfucker. Because I grew up in a goddamn hood. I grew up in Murder Grove, Carroll City. I grew up with my grandmother raising me. And if that's what it's going to take for me to live the way I want to live, for me to live outside my goddamn means, what's it to you, nigga? Because I got motherfucking hustle over here. Y'all got to understand that shit, dog. Some of y'all don't have hustle. Some of y'all don't have grind. And some of y'all damn sure don't have no ambition. So learn to get your motherfucking money up and afford the things that you want out of life. And stop compromising your goddamn kids. Because it's about them babies. It's about keeping them babies safe, getting them in a better community, going to a better school. That's what it's about. I'm willing to pay whatever I got to goddamn pay for my kids and their safety and to move them out of poverty. Okay? If that means you moving to Texas, you moving to Georgia, you moving to the... Okay, go ahead and you go do that. Handle your goddamn business. But don't ever let nobody make you feel bad about the choices that you make because of where you live. Oh, I don't see how they pay $2,800 a month. Oh, that's a mortgage. That's rent. Man, shut the fuck up. And go live your own goddamn life. You want to pay $1,200, $1,300? I'll show you a motherfucker $1,200, $1,300. And that shit in Liberty goddamn City somewhere. And even Liberty City getting roxy over there with their goddamn prices. Learn to get on the other side of the coin. Learn to become a real estate investor. Learn to invest in some properties. Learn to become a landlord. Because these other coaches are doing it. And you can't get mad at them because they learning the money game before you do. So, with that being said, I'll go live a little bit later. But I just want to get that off my chest. Because the community that I'm in, we straight. We good. It's palm trees, stars barking, there's birds chirping. People are outside jogging. When I jog past them, they smiling. Hey, how you doing? I love that shit. When I'm out there pushing my goddamn baby, oh my God, she's such a doll. Oh my God, she's to die for. I like hearing that shit. It does something to my ego and soul. I could wear my jewelry. I could do whatever the hell I want to do. Ain't nobody looking to do no harm over here. Or learn to afford the things that you want. All right? I'm done with the bullshit. Learn the real estate housing market. And come holler at me at workstrivedgrind.com because I can teach you how to invest in property. I could teach you how to buy a rental, how to cash flow. And I'm a black man that's self-made, and I did it. Self-made from the ground up. Turned $50,000 out of my 401k into multi-million dollars in property. And that's facts. Ask around about me.